The eruption of Mount Vesuvius, 79 AD. In the summer of 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted with a force that no one in the Roman Empire had ever seen. Within hours, the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum were buried under up to 6 meters of ash and pumice. The eruption began with a massive column of smoke that rose nearly 30 kilometers into the sky, followed by waves of pyroclastic surges that destroyed everything in their path. Thousands of people were killed instantly, their final moments preserved in volcanic ash. When the cities were rediscovered in the 18th century, archaeologists found an almost perfectly frozen image of Roman life: homes, streets, and even food left on tables. The disaster transformed archaeology, giving us unmatched insight into daily life in ancient Rome. Today, Vesuvius still looms over Naples, a reminder that history's greatest lessons often come from tragedy. The Earthquake, 1556. On the morning of January 23, 1556, central China was struck by the deadliest earthquake in recorded history. Known as the Shaanxi Earthquake, it reached an estimated magnitude of 8.0 and killed nearly 830,000 people. Most victims lived in cave dwellings carved into the soft Loess cliffs, which collapsed instantly when the shaking began. The quake flattened entire cities, changed the landscape, and caused landslides that buried villages for centuries. Chinese records describe mountains collapsing and rivers changing course overnight. In the aftermath, the Ming dynasty faced famine, disease, and mass migration. Scholars later noted that the disaster marked a turning point in regional development. Some cities never recovered, while others were rebuilt in safer areas. Even today, the Shaanxi Earthquake stands as a stark warning of how nature can reshape civilizations in a single morning. The Krakatoa eruption, 1883. In August 1883, the small volcanic island of Krakatoa between Java and Sumatra erupted with unimaginable force. The explosion was so loud it was heard 3,000 kilometers away, and the shockwaves circled the Earth 7 times. Over 36,000 people were killed, mostly by the massive tsunamis that followed. Entire coastal towns vanished, and ash darkened skies around the world for weeks. Temperatures dropped globally, sunsets turned red, and strange weather patterns followed for years. Scientists later realized it was one of the first eruptions with measurable global climate effects. The event also inspired one of the first coordinated international scientific studies, leading to advances in volcanology and atmospheric science. Today, the island that emerged from the sea, Anak Krakatoa, child of Krakatoa, continues to grow, a living reminder of Earth's immense power and constant renewal. The 1931 China floods. During the summer of 1931, China faced one of the deadliest natural disasters in human history. Unusually heavy snowmelt and months of rain caused the Yangtze, Yellow, and Huai rivers to overflow simultaneously. The floods covered an area larger than England and Germany combined, destroying farms, homes, and entire cities. At least 2 million people died, though some estimates go as high as 4 million. Survivors faced starvation and disease, as crops were ruined and clean water vanished. The disaster crippled the Chinese economy and weakened the nationalist government, contributing to the social unrest that followed. It also sparked a new understanding of the need for flood control and disaster planning, leading to major dam projects decades later. The 1931 floods remain a haunting reminder of how environmental and political factors can collide to magnify tragedy. The 2004 Indian Ocean Tsunami. On December 26, 2004, a massive undersea earthquake off the coast of Sumatra unleashed a tsunami that struck 14 countries. It was one of the most devastating natural disasters in modern times. The waves, some over 30 meters high, hit Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, and India with almost no warning. Entire coastal towns were erased in minutes. Over 230,000 people died, and millions were displaced. The global response was unprecedented, billions of dollars in aid, and one of the largest humanitarian relief efforts ever launched. Scientists used satellite data to track the waves and understand their spread, which later led to the creation of a global tsunami warning system. The disaster showed both the destructive power of nature and the potential for worldwide cooperation in its aftermath.